right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Bigelow High School here in Perry County. We are getting set for Conference 2A matchup between your Hector Wildcats and Bigelow Panthers. And looks like right now we are at the coin toss. And hold on, let me switch Drake's camera out. Drake, you want to zoom in on that?
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I've got both of them up and going tonight. So looks like we've got captains out there. Looks like P.J. Henderson, number 3, Peter Waite, and
Jackson.
That's Jackson.
Yep.
Okay, I couldn't see his number, but should be a good one. Hopefully, the fact that P.J. is dressed out tonight and is out there, that makes me feel a little bit better about things. But we'll just have to see how everything goes. We are a little bit offset from the middle of the field. That's just how that's how this press box is. If you've ever been here to Bigelow, you know what that's like. The visitor bleachers, as you can probably see over there, they're on the right side of the 50. But this is a nice looking field. Me and Drake we were talking just a little bit ago,
nice.
and it's a nice looking field. They've done a good job keeping it up, and compared to some that we've been to. But I think I heard Coach Gaines already.
All right, and Hector's going to receive.
So Hector's going to take the ball first to see what they can do with it. And I'd like to send a special thank you out to the Bigelow technology coordinator out here, Miss Jennifer something. I can't remember what her last name was. That's not very good of me, is it? She is gracious enough to come up here and give us the password for their Wi-Fi, so we are able to get this out. And Wildcats have made their way out. And I think the Bigelow Panthers have also made their way out. Nice night out here in Perry County. Starting to finally get to that point where it feels like football weather. And
for sure.
Yeah, it was a little bit warm when we first got up here, but the sun was coming in through the windows and everything, but it feels a lot better now. So we've got a little bit of a breeze coming through the windows as well right now. Looks like back deep for Hector we will have Grayson Mulder. And he'll be flanked on either side. He's got Lucas Baker on one side and Kenton Story on the other.
And number 5, Grayson Mulder, picks it up. And he's got to get down about the 30-yard line on the return.
So Hector will start their first offensive series from the 30.
Taylor at quarterback. Castro in the backfield.
And he's going to be offsides against the Panthers.
Hector pulling out that freeze check early. So move up 5 yards. 1st and 5 now for the Wildcats.
And snap's going to be bobbled, and it's going to be recovered by Taylor.
Ball is on the ground. It looks like the Wildcats retain possession.
Brings up a 2nd down and 5 for the Wildcats.
Taylor's just going to take off himself.
He's going to get a gain of about 3.
Alexander and Macon.
Brings up a 3rd down and 2 for Hector.
3rd down and 3. Panther defense looking to make a stop.
Taylor back to snap, and incomplete.
Went through the hands of Darter.
Intended for Landon Darter.
Looked like a good pass. Just that's all right. Just early game jitters, and it looks like Wildcats are going to be forced to punt it away.
And Taylor's punt is going to get down to about the 31-yard line.
So pretty much flipping the field there, almost exactly.
Yep.
We had the 30 for us, and they will start from the 30 down here, or at least close to it. Yeah, Ms. Brenda, you are correct. The snaps have been a little bit too high for Jackson. That's they'll get that sorted out.
It's going to be a handoff, and
he's going to be met by looks like number 24 and
Hayden Millsap.
Yeah,
Hayden. Be a gain of about 1.
Tipton split to the far side. Macon in the slot.
You got to love these PA announcers that
I know
that
call the play.
They call like they're on radio.
Quarterback is back to pass, and it's going to be too far, incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down and 9 for the Panthers.
So, just kind of watching a little bit of Bigelow throughout the season. I watched that game that they had with Atkins, and that one was closer than I would have imagined it would have been. But, since then, Bigelow has been able to just lay it on everybody that they have played so far. But we'll just have to see if we can be the difference.
Right. It certainly helps having PJ back.
Yeah.
And pass is going to be complete. Be a 1st down for the Panthers. That was a tough catch. Tough defense by, I think, Taylor.
That pass was out to completed to number 11, Ryan Hobbs, for the Panthers.
Gonna be a bubble, and be a block in the back on the Panthers. Clear as day.
Block in the back by the Panthers.
And you're right. That was the call.
Clear as day.
By Tipton on the catch for Newmeyer.
Into the boundary.
So that completion is somewhat negated, and Bigelow will try it again.
There's a long way to go. We'll say about 18. Empty backfield. Newmeyer.
Quarterback back to pass, and it's going to be incomplete.
That'll bring up second and long.
Great pressure by Landon Darter. Kind of rushed him with that throw.
Gibson, Salazar, Watson, and Turner on that front line.
We'll bring up a second down and 18
Providing protection for Newmeyer.
for the Panthers.
Ball downfield.
Quarterback drops back.
Time to throw.
He's got a man over the middle.
And he's got it and brought down in midfield.
Oh, gotta watch out there, Casto.
Yeah,
Looks like Casto and Peter Waite was in on that stop.
Throwing catch, third down.
be 3rd down and 5 for Bigelow.
Newmeyer looks to the sideline. Wilson to the near side. Mark Alexander in the slot.
Quarterback rolls out to his right,
Newmeyer looking to throw.
and incomplete.
And it's incomplete.
Bring up 4th and 5.
Intended for Tipton.
And looks like Bigelow is bringing out their punt team.
Nathan Brackett into punt for the Panthers.
And number 3, P.J. Henderson, will be back deep to return.
Wildcats number 3. There's a snap and kick. Looks like a good kick.
And Henderson's gonna field it.
10-yard line. Pressure by Wilson. He's coming up the near side. He's out of bounds.
He's gonna bring it up to about the 37-yard line. About the 36.
Pretty good return by PJ.
He filled
And,
about the 15, so about a 16-yard return.
Diesel, Hamlin, McCullough, and Brackett on that front line for the defense. Taylor takes the
And
snap
Taylor with the
and
handoff to
drops.
Casto, and he's gonna get a gain of about 1.
38-yard line. Diesel and Alexander on
Nico Hernandez in the chat. Sorry I couldn't be there tonight, boys. Take this dub. Cats by 90. Why are you not here, Nico? And I only ask because typically you have a fan club here in the chats, and
Right, and Taylor back to snap. And he's got Casto. And be down to about the 43-yard line.
let's see if I got any of that. I doubt that I did. Actually, yep, did.
no flag.
Jackson was able to get out of that and find him some space to get that pass off to Casto.
I thought he got sacked there for a minute.
I
I
thought he
didn't
did
see
too.
him.
Taylor in the shotgun. Casco in his hip pocket.
And Taylor with the handoff to Casto.
40-yard line.
And he's going to get about 4 or 5 on the carry.
Second down and 6. She's still in on the stop.
Drake, is that camera a little bit low for you, or would
No,
you
it's
need it up?
good.
Would you need it up higher?
No, we're good.
We can adjust it here in a little bit.
Taylor back to pass. He's getting
Around.
pressured
And he's going to throw it away.
and going to be incomplete.
He's still putting the pressure on Taylor. Forces him to throw it away.
Bring up a 3rd down and 6
Third down.
for the Wildcats.
Macon, Alexander, Dunlap.
I tell you what, so far, Drake, I'm watching this clock out here like I always do, and
You're keeping up with it. Yeah.
They're pretty good with it. I can respect it.
Taylor back to pass. And he's
Taylor's-
gonna be dropped right at the line of scrimmage.
On the stop. Nice play by Tipton and McCollum.
Bring up a 4th and 6 for your Wildcats.
Wildcats look like they're going to go. The Panthers need to make the stop here.
Looks like they're going to go for it.
Taylor's got the snap. He's looking to throw.
And incomplete. Good defense by the Panthers.
Like that pass was intended for Kenton Story, and just did not get there. So Bigelow will take over after that missed 4th down attempt.
They would take over at the 39.
In the backfield. We'll make it over here close.
And it will be a handoff up the middle. And he's going to get a gain of about 5 yards.
Brought down by weight. Second and 5.
It's something that's got wing.
Handoff again, and he's met by Landon Darter.
Number 22, Darter in the backfield on a nice defensive play. Brings him down for loss.
Take another look at this right here. Yep, Darter just pops right out there and gets him quick.
3rd and 7 for the Packers.
Brings up a 3rd down and 7 for the Bigelow Panthers.
In the backfield. He'll hand it off.
Yeah, another handoff up the middle. There's a flag, though.
Let's see what this
Holding.
is for.
Will be a holding on Bigelow.
Well,
Back him up.
I mean, we've been on the other end of that too.
Yep.
You know, several times this season. And well, I tell you what, last night that junior high game, there was tons of flags thrown.
Really.
Just consistently all night.
Nice run by Dunlap, negated by the holding.
Keith Melton had asked in the chat if referees and officials get paid for the flags that they throw. And I told him, I said, well, if they do, then this guy over, well, he was on the other side of the field from us. He was making himself some money that last night. So that penalty sets Bigelow back to 3rd and 15.
Quarterback rolls out.
Newmeyer finds his man. And they're able to get him down before he gets too far.
And Pierce, they still got their offense out there.
Yeah, we tried a 4th down, and it looks like maybe they will try one themselves. 4th down and 5.
Making their way over here to the near side as Wilson travels far.
Incomplete.
Incomplete pass.
It's going to be incomplete, and the Wildcats will take over at about the 46-yard line.
Terry Tidwell in the chat says, what was the score of the junior high game last night? I think it was like 42-12, Hector. Junior high has just exploded with offense last night. And even after the backups were in, Gavin Lusk there at the end had a massive run and scored.
Handoff to Brent Casto, and he fights for it a little bit more. Be a gain of 4 for Casto.
Not after a gain of about 4 yards, we'll call it 2nd down and 6.
Boy, I tell you what, Drake, it just now occurred to me, it just got dark quickly.
It is. What?
I mean.
And Casto, or Taylor with the read, and
looks like there's a flag down as well.
Flag on the plate.
the Wildcats will back up a little bit. Be a chop block. Against the Wildcats.
Good block, Navy, cut block. Call the Wildcats.
Well, I mean, you got the penalty there, but you were able to retain possession of the ball.
Yep.
Starts to the far side, but he's going to come back this way. Lakers on the far side, Taylor at quarterback.
Taylor back to snap, and he's going to be sacked.
Taylor was looking for his man downfield and just couldn't get a good shot at him before he was sacked.
And that's the one thing about Bigelow, what they've been really good at the last 3-4 years, you know.
Bigelow is a good-sized, very physical team, and Hector's going to have to. I mean, when you say something like you're going to have to play your best game ever, that's kind of what it's like.
Screen out to PJ, and gain of 1.
Nice defensive play by the Panthers. Lincoln and Alexander bring him down. Ball on about the 39-yard line. First down.
After that stop there by Bigelow, it'd be a 4th down and 26 for the Wildcats. And Hector is definitely going to punt this one away.
Can't have your drives ending in that number.
No.
And it's going to be returned.
It's like Dobbs, and we got a flag on that.
Looks like a holding.
We got a flag on the play.
You got a block in the back, Coach D. Yeah, right back.
Be a block in the back against the Panthers.
Illegal block. Right Panthers, gotta set them back.
So far, a penalty-heavy quarter.
Well,
I feel like,
but it is fairly even.
Yeah, it is fairly
even.
even.
It's they're
Looks like they'll start about their own 16-yard line.
both teams having a couple of mental errors early on.
It's kind of what you expect playing a big-time game like this is. Quarterback's going to take the snap.
Newmeyer looking around, finally gets rid of it.
Incomplete.
Intended for Alexander. Just drops the end of his out to get
Yep, Brenda says so far good refs. Yeah, I mean most of the time there have been times that this Oh, let's see, where's he at? White hat. That'd be Gary, right?
Yeah.
Gary Lovett.
11.
He's done a lot of Hector games, and there's nights where it's just like, come on, Gary. But so far tonight, this crew has done very well.
And he makes a man miss. And he's going to have the first down for Bigelow.
All right, Shelby, in from the sideline. They're going to switch in high. As he comes to the sideline, Wilson over his goal.
Be a handoff up the middle. He cuts it outside. He's got some room. And he's going to make it across the 50. About the 48-yard line.
He's number 4, Carter Alexander for the Bigelow Panthers. They're going to have to watch out. Looks like, well, I say that. Alexander has come back to the sideline here, so. But I'm sure Bigelow
like
has
they're putting
more.
Putting a heavy package. They got. Gonna be a handoff. He cuts it up the middle. Gain of about 7.
Number 0, Jaden Dunlap for the Panthers on that run. I've actually got a roster tonight, so
Okay.
I'm gonna try to call out a little bit if I possibly can.
Toss out to the left to Dunlap, and he's still on his feet.
Going to be brought down by a whole host of Wildcats. Like, yeah, you had Mulder, Newport, and I think there was a third one down there. I don't know if that was. Now I can't really tell you.
Here we go. Newmeyer and Alexander in the backfield. Hobbs in motion. Going to hand it to Hobbs. And here he goes around the corner. Makes a cut.
Handoff goes to Hobbs and Casto, and so for me to.
And Casto and Kenton's Story on the stop. And I believe that is the end of the quarter.
That will end the first. We're scoreless after 1. And I mean, like I said, it's a pretty, like we talk about so many times with different games, it's very even right now.
Yep.
in terms of everything. Bigelow, I think this drive right here is like Bigelow's first getting it across the 50.
50, yep.
And you know, Hector's had like one series that they made it across the 50 as well,
Yep.
I think. So yeah, just a filling out process for both of these teams right now.
Now, we do have some more additional gold spots as we like to mention first electric for next 2 first. Tomorrow for the next on John Deere. Thanks for those gold sponsors. Don't forget, we got a 50 junior class raffle happening at halftime. Get some of them tickets. We got the fellowship of Christian athletes.
Brings up a 2nd down and 7. Ball at the 32 for Bigelow.
Second down, Panthers.
and be a false start against the Panthers.
False start.
We'll bring up a 2nd and 12.
So that'll cost them. They'll step it off. 2nd down and 11.
One thing that I feel like everybody knows probably about Newmeyer, this Bigelow quarterback, is
Yep.
that he will throw the ball.
He can sling it.
He has got quite an arm on him.
And the false start.
Again. It's like nearly the entire line kind of jumped.
Another false start.
So make that 2nd and 12 into a 2nd and 17.
Panthers making it harder. Here we go.
And definitely now, I think you'll probably see Newmeyer attempt to hurl the ball downfield. I think they're trying to figure something out. That our Coach Starks down here is giving instructions to his players.
And he is back to pass.
Long pass.
And incomplete. Pass broken up by Kenton Story.
There might be a slight argument for.
I think that's clean.
You do? Okay.
I think that's clean.
Well, I was just judging by the fact that Kenton did not turn around to see where the ball was, but. Good job, though, by Kenton to deflect that and get it knocked away.
Now a 3rd and 17 for the Panthers. And he's going to be passed. It's going to be a little
quick pass,
dump play, and gain of 10 on the screen. Brings up a 4th and manageable.
Panthers get a big chunk of it back. But still going to lead 4th down and 5. Wilson to the far side. Tipton in the slot.
Newmeyer looking around. He's
He
going to
launches
hit as
it,
he throws.
and incomplete.
Nearly intercepted.
Wildcats will take over at the 31.
Brandon Lott says if that was old number 9 from my team, that would have been called pass interference every single time. That is Jacob Hendricks, right? I believe so. If I'm remembering correctly, I think I recall him getting flagged for that in several instances. But Wildcats will take over on the 30.
And Taylor will
Taylor
keep
did
it.
not hand off.
It rolls to the far side. But Tipton corrals him and brings him down after a gain of about 5.
Good pickup by Taylor there, getting 5.
Hand off to Casto, and he's got the first.
Good job.
Castro up to about the 45-yard line, 44. First down. Hector.
And Taylor back to pass. The incomplete pass intended for P.J. Henderson.
PJ had a little bit of coverage on him. Pass looked good, though.
Was in a You had to miss in that case. 2 guys over the top of him. You had to miss.
Second down and 10.
Brings up 2nd down and 10. Gonna be a handoff to Casto. And Casto's running hard.
Casto got a little bit of help there from a Bigelow Panther. Kind of gave him a good shove in the back. Maybe got him another yard.
Yeah. Brings up a 3rd down and 5.
And ball right on the 50.
Want to throw freeze check.
Taylor pass out to
Landon Darter. And they will have the first.
He gets the first down up across the 40 with the Panthers to about 39.
And handoff to Casto.
Up the middle. Dunlap and Tipton on the stop. Not before a gain of about 3 or 4. 2nd down and 6.
So they're going to say he got 4 on that run. So it brings up a 2nd down and 6 for the Wildcats.
Another handoff to Casto. And be a 3rd down and roughly 2 or 3.
So here we go. We got another 3rd down.
And Casto's going to be hit at the line of scrimmage. Brings up a 4th down and 2 or 3.
4th down. Defensive front for the Panthers. Trying to make the stand along with those linebackers and everybody else.
No, up. There you go.
Gonna send Casto out in motion and incomplete,
man.
and it's picked off. And he's still on his feet. He is finally pushed out of bounds by Peter Waite.
Well, I thought that one fell incomplete.
I did
it bounced
too.
off of the helmet.
Oh, it bounced off the helmet?
Looks like it bounced off the helmet to me and right up into the hands of that Bigelow Panther.
And Alexander's going to have a gain of 7. And it'll be a timeout by Hector.
Confusing the Wildcats, so they got to call a timeout.
Nah, we had a guy running off the field.
Let me see here. Yeah, I had a message from Coach Spears asking if we could zoom out just a bit. So, there we go. Hope that's better. Sorry, I just now realized you'd sent that. My clock went a little bit further than it's supposed to, so 7:02 officially left here in the second.
forget about the metal bass being raffle for the FFA. $5 each, 5 for 20. We also got
Brandon Lott in the chat said, because you're talking about Bigelow's left guard, looks like he was favoring his arm. I kind of saw a little bit, but I didn't know if that was.
second down and 4. Newmeyer and Alexander tipped to the far side.
Oh, that was not a timeout for Bigelow. That was a timeout for Hector.
Going to be a handoff. And he's gonna, looks like he's got the first.
That looks like a Bigelow Panther. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Let's get some momentum. Trying to get going so we can get to the end zone. Shelton to the near side, making in the slide.
Off goes to Alexander.
Still on his feet.
Casto looked like he got a hold of him. Able to get him down.
Castro went on the stop. Alexander comes to the sideline. Dunlap.
Oh, Brandon Lott was talking about Hector's. I'm not real sure, Brandon.
Newmeyer hands it off to Dunlap. Cuts back towards the middle.
Hayden Millsap was able to get a hold of Dunlap down there and
23-yard line.
help bring him down.
Third down and 3. Julian Castro on the stop.
What?
Brandon Lott, he's just sounds like the announcer from Strong. What I remember of that strong game, yeah. Like Newmeyer almost kind of slipped there. Dunlap
And
met
he's
by a bunch of Wildcats.
gonna be met at the line, brings up a 4th down and 3.
A host of Wildcats in on that stop. As they corral Dunlap for no gain. 4th and 3.
Brings up a 4th and 3 for the Bigelow Panthers. Lisa Charton says, reminds me of a bad rodeo announcer. Goodness gracious.
And he's gonna
Jackson
be met
Taylor.
behind the line. And Wildcats will take over.
Good job by Jackson Taylor here.
Wildcats will take over from their own 26-yard line.
I tell you what, these defenses are doing just enough to keep the other team, corralled. But
Hand off to Casto. And he's gonna get a gain of 1.
Bacon and Alexander on the stop. Good for about a yard. 2nd and 9.
Just under 5 minutes left in the half.
Taylor's pass goes out to Mulder. Mulder's going to get himself a 1st down, looks like.
Caught, forced out of bounds by Wilson. Wildcats will move the chains. Ball on close to the 37-yard line, 1st down.
Taylor drops back.
Pass
He's
complete.
got
Oh, no.
incomplete.
Far side. Making on the stop. Ball's incomplete.
Close to being caught there by P.J. Henderson. you got to imagine that being out for a couple of weeks. I think he, maybe from what I understood, he just maybe practiced yesterday in the walkthrough. So PJ's trying to work a little bit of rust out right now. I would say he probably doesn't have just a whole lot, but is that a flag on the field? What am I looking at over there? Maybe
No, that's some tape.
Just some tape. Okay.
Yeah, I thought that was one too earlier.
It says need to check number 0's birth certificate. According to this roster, he's a junior. He's a full-grown junior. I will give you that.
Taylor's being pressured.
Scramble out.
Incomplete.
Brandon Lott says allegedly. He's a junior. Oh, the chat is on fire tonight.
Hey, it's Bigelow hate week. I mean,
yeah. Yep, the good old Bigelow hate week. No, everybody up here that I've dealt with in the course of getting everything ready to go today has been pretty friendly.
And Bigelow take over about the 32-yard line.
Got 3:18 left here in the second quarter. And still 0-0 ball game. I mean, like I said, both defenses doing just enough to keep the offense off balance. And, you know,
kind of like last week as a tale of the defenses.
I mean, you can play this game all the way till the end, but somebody's going to have to get a score. Got Lane Newport down there on that stop. Brandon Lott says if Dunlap gained another 40 pounds, he'd be the quarterback from Mountainburg in 2013. That was a big old boy, too, from what I remember. Oop. Clock stopped. 2:58. Second and 8 for the Bigelow Panthers. Brandon, you're just no filter at all.
Be a screen pass out, and defense is still strong. Clock is just giving me fits right now. My clock, not this one. This will be the only time you'll ever hear me not complain about a stadium's clock.
Panthers looking for about 7 or 8 yards right here.
Third down and 7.
Quarterback back to
Newmeyer's going to fire downfield.
Incomplete. Just within a reach.
Yeah, I mean, Wildcats are going to have to be careful about that, because at some point he may start finding his target. Brandon says if I had a filter, someone would be worried that I was sick. You're right, I would be. I'd be worried. So another good defensive stand by the Wildcats, and keeping the Panther offense from doing too much.
We have Grayson Mulder back deep to return.
And it kicks away. And it'll bounce at the 30-yard line.
Oh.
Touched by a Bigelow player. And
just across the 25 and about the 23-yard line. First down, Wildcats.
basically starting off from the same spot every time.
Yeah.
On your offensive series.
What we got? A minute 48 left in the half. Bigelow gets the ball at half, so you got to think score right here.
Yeah, you'd like to see some points get on the board.
Hand off to Casto. Not much going on that carry.
And we're going to have a Bigelow Panther timeout. Oh, man. So, I mean, but if you get through this minute and 42 and it's still 0-0, you know, basically it's like we said last week, a whole new ball game starting in the second half.
And yeah, halftime you adjust.
Yeah.
If you need to.
See what kind of changes you can make, and that's, you know, it's one of the things about talk about the huddle cam every now and then. It gives the coaches a chance to go back and take a look a little bit and see where they can make some adjustments and we got Bigelow announcer going over sponsors. They got a huge list of them on the fence back here that I can see. Second down and 9 after that timeout.
Taylor looking to throw. He is incomplete.
Pass was intended for P.J. Henderson. Just a little bit off.
Brings up a third down and 9.
Yeah, Lot says could be that the first points of the game wins the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're right. Newmeyer does have a cannon. Oh, Lord.
Henderson comes in motion, and Taylor's going to keep it. And he's going to be brought down.
A little bit, not much.
And it appears Bigelow's called a timeout, I believe. Yeah.
Yep.
We also have some silver sponsors. My Security Company and Roman Drugstore. Bronze sponsors.
Yeah, you're going to be punting it away with a minute and 33, so that defense is going to have to stay strong here in this last little bit.
Yep.
Get out of this half. I'd like to see Bigelow put it on the ground and
run that clock out. Yeah.
Get a scoop and score. You know. We got a good crowd of Hector fans out here tonight. They showed up. I'm glad to see that. Type of game like this is you need everybody that you can get to show up and support. Taylor going to back up to punt.
And he kind of bobbles it.
Wayne Newport was right there on him. Ball kind of came out. Hector's
going to get it. Got to take back over at the 45.
See if I got any of that right there.
Or the 47.
Well, we just Grayson got a hold of it. And Jeremy Curtis says I called it. That was a called play, and I called it, Chuck. Oh, man. Good old Houston Dale. A good job by Grayson Mulder to hold on to that one. pre-snap whistle. We got a flag.
False start against the Wildcats.
For Hector. So the Panthers get one
So
back.
back up 5 yards.
First and 15.
Repeat the down.
Taylor's got the snap.
Pass out to Story. It's going to be about a 2nd down and 8.
The Wildcats are hurrying up.
Good pickup there by Kenton. Wildcats will be back at midfield. We are under a minute.
Oh, and false start.
Goodness. This is where you can't have mistakes like this.
No, not after a big turnover.
I mean,
And you turn around and 2 false starts. Can't.
your offense is moving the ball pretty well, but if you're jumping quick, it's just not. Like I said, you just can't have that. Kenton Story.
And he's going to be brought down for 3rd down and 9.
Fix this. 24 seconds. Hector's going to call themselves their 2nd timeout.
Maybe draw up a shot play or something.
Get Taylor into range and take the points. Where is his range? Field goal, is that what you're talking about, Brennan? I don't know what kind of range, honestly. We haven't seen just a whole lot of field goals so far this season out of Jackson. They have added 3 seconds to the clock, so 27 left until halftime.
Bring up a 3rd down and 9.
All right, here's another 3rd down for that Panther defense. Here we go, Taylor, ready for the snap. He's looking to throw, and he does.
Be a screen, and it's going to be a rough in the passer, I believe.
Play. Brings you down, but we got a flag.
Bigelow fans out here are
Will be a rough in the passer.
grumbling about that call, but I mean that was clear as day as well. I mean,
Will be a 1st down.
Brandon Lutz is safe to say 25 to 35. Oh yeah, for sure. I just don't know what the the max is on him. But like I said, after that roughing the passer penalty, the Wildcats will get across the 50 and for a 1st down with 20 seconds remaining.
1st down on the Panthers 37-yard line. Taylor looking to throw.
Bubble out to Story. He makes a man miss, and he is going to run out of bounds with 6 seconds left. Be the last play. Be a timeout for Hector. Draw something up, hoping to get in the end zone.
Yeah. Seth Aiken says, "Dang high-scoring game." Yeah, we got a good one so far. John Freeman says, "Even with being roughed, Jackson helped that Bigelow player up." Yeah, that's just the way Jackson is. You know, we talk about it some, and Jackson's just a all-around good kid. All of them are good kids. Have to kind of figure that the roughing the passer call, that wasn't really something too much that Bigelow was trying to do, you know, but sometimes you got that kind of momentum and you hit somebody.
Yeah.
It can look a lot worse than I would
Especially
say that it is.
Yeah, especially a bigger body.
Yeah. And Brandon Lott says Jackson's always been that kid, even since his Pee Wee days. Yeah. 6 seconds remaining, 2nd down and 8. See what the Wildcats come up with here. Jackson's going to.
And he's going to throw it in the end zone. Incomplete. Will be halftime. Score 0-0.
Hey, coach, you. Y'all bring your headsets and stuff in there, please. Hey, do we need to like turn this off?
So, yeah, nothing much really to talk about so far in this one. A good defensive game by both teams, and offense. Both offenses moving the ball. Just haven't found any points yet.
If I do remember, these guys' 9th grade year, these two went at it, didn't they?
Yeah.
Kind of the same flow of the game.
Yeah.
As it was back then. So.
Taking a look at some of these players as we're walking across the field, I see Kevin Drope. He's kind of got a little bit of a slight, well, maybe not a slight limp. He's not dressed out in pads, and I'm not sure. It almost looks like Hunter Burns down there. He's not dressed out. So there's your update on how those players are doing. PJ is the only one that I guess is able to go tonight. Well, we got the clock moving here for halftime, and I'm not real sure. Like our girls are coming out to do a routine. Drake, if unless they're going to be playing music here, zoom me in on them. We'll go ahead and let them be seen here.
Good right here.
Yep, that'll be fine. And maybe they are going to have some music, but maybe it is kind of muffled enough that it won't be anything we have to worry about too much. And I'm not sure. The band does not look like they are moving around too much right now. I'm not sure if we would be able to hear them where we're at anyway, so. Good job by the cheerleaders. And so 17 minutes and just about 35 seconds. We will kick it out to halftime break, and we will be back here shortly for the second half. Stay with us.
Please welcome to the field your Bigelow Senior High cheerleaders.
gear, but it takes him a while to get into that gear. He starts in high gear.
I know it. Here's handoff to Wren again. Wren juking and jiving, and Wren still on his feet and gets brought down inside the 5. Boy, Wren was spinning, pulling, and I mean, Red Devils just could not get him down on that sideline.
Not only does he have speed, he's got some pretty good moves. Shifty and a speedy running back.
Right. So it's second. Look at it stick. 2nd and 1. They can get a first down.
Yeah, ball on the 3-yard line.
Wren, handoff to Wren. Yes, Wren going around the white side and touchdown. Newport. Wren goes in from 3 yards out. At the 3:42 mark. Pushes the score to 26-10 now, Greyhounds. And the extra point coming up looks like it'll be a 2-point conversion. And this is Malik Robinson in at quarterback. We've got flags. Be a 5-yard penalty against the Greyhounds, delay of game. So we'll move it back to the 8.
Malik Robinson is their senior running back. Bigger.
I'm Carol Collins, and I'm running for Pope County District Judge for Our Future. In my 25-year legal service, I've worked in law enforcement, as prosecuting attorney, as a public defender, and as a district judge. This makes me uniquely qualified. I want to make sure that my children my grandchildren, and your family prosper and grow in Pope County. That means keeping our communities safe. That's why I'm asking for your vote for District Judge March 5th.
Safeguarding your building from the elements starts at the top. Use the company that's worked hard to earn the reputation as a top commercial roofing company in the area, Miller Roofing. Miller Roofing Company is local, family-owned, and their full-service team has been in business for over 30 years. Extensive experience working hand-in-hand with product manufacturers for new roofs, coatings, repairs, and re-roofs on many different types of commercial properties. We also know the importance of getting construction finished quickly. Contact us for a free consultation on your roof today.
second quarter, 22-14. And at the half, Hector and Bismarck are tied. They are 0-0 at the half. Russell leading here 21-7. Time now for your Cyclone History segment. And I know we won state in 2016, but we're going to take a look at the year before, 2015. It was Game 7. Russell was facing Van Buren. At that point, Russell was 1-5, coming off a 7-point loss at Little Rock Catholic. They lost a heartbreaker earlier to Bryant. But in that game, Cale Folsom threw for 204 yards and 3 touchdowns. Jackson Hickey rushed for 81 yards on 12 carries. Russell had led, but Van Buren tied the game with 8:05 left. Now, most people, when I bring up the Van Buren game in 2015, might know what happened
from
at
the
the
elements
end,
starts at the top. Use the company that's worked hard.
Welcome back to Bigelow, and we're getting ready to start this second half. So far, as we've said, 0-0, pretty much a whole new ball game right now. Getting ready to start this second half, and like I said, first half, both offenses, both defenses playing pretty much the same. Nobody was able to get a clear-cut advantage, and let's see what kind of adjustments were made at halftime to that. And but the difference is Hector will be kicking off to Bigelow, and just like you said just a minute ago, Drake, hopefully it's we have a little bit better of a situation than we did last week coming out of half.
Gave up a score.
Gave up a score early there, and
Taylor's set to kick off.
Oop, I didn't have my clock ready to go.
Kick is short.
Little pooch kick.
Taking it down by
And the Panthers will take over at the 40-yard line.
Let's see here, Coach.
Panthers will set up there 1st and 10.
No, it's Rio or Rio Week.
Newmeyer along with Alexander in the backfield.
As everybody's pretty well aware, this one is a big-time one for conference standings. You've already dropped the Conway Christian game. You'd like to get this one if you can.
Yeah, if you win this one, you potentially have a shot at a three-way tie.
Yeah.
That is if Bigelow beats Conway Christian, though.
Yeah.
I don't know when they play. I think they play next week, maybe.
Maybe. It's kind of weird that this is Bigelow's first conference game.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
They played Mountainburg.
Oh, have they?
Yeah, they did play Mountainburg.
Okay.
Yeah. Who
Okay,
they play?
yeah, they're 6-0, 1-0.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yep.
yeah, I stand corrected.
Who did they play last week?
Last week was Rising.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah,
they throttled Rising, which, I mean, all of us Hector fans that remember what Rising was like a few years ago,
They're
nothing. That seems odd to fathom, but yeah, Rising is not what Rising used to be.
Yeah, they're
apparently.
not the same.
That's it, 3rd and long. Coming up.
That run brings up a 3rd down and 9 for the Panthers.
Defense still looking pretty good so far. Got Bigelow into a 3rd and 10.
Newmeyer rolls to the far side.
Oh, almost picked off by Peter Waite.
Wait. Knocks it down. 4th down.
I think I backed you out a little too far when I was messing with it just a minute ago.
Rack it out to punt.
Let's just go about right there. That'll be good.
Panthers set to punt. And we got Taylor back deep to return.
Bracker picks it up. Gets away. Good punt. Takes a bounce at the 29-yard line.
Ball will be at the 28-yard line. Wildcats will take over.
And just like we talked about earlier in the first half, I mean, these flipping the field situations, it's all in the same.
They've started within the 25.
Yeah, just
30.
all in the same general spot each time that they've come out on offense. So
Casco in the backfield with Taylor.
Hand off to Casto, and he's got a
pretty
he
good.
had a gap.
Yeah.
Brings up 2nd down and 3.
Yeah, Brendan Lott just reminded me that Rising did come to Hector after we went down there to their place, and Hector took care of business. That was the 3rd time that Hector had to play Rising in a playoff
And
situation.
Casto's got the first.
down.
Back it in on the stop, not score. Wildcats move chain.
John Freeman says they're going to wear the grass out from the 25 to the other 25. Yeah, I mean, just the way it looks.
I don't think either teams have got inside the 20.
No, not yet.
And Taylor to pass. He's got PJ over the middle.
Excellent job. Come on. Good pass. by Jackson to PJ, and that's the PJ that we know and love.
Hand off to Casto, and he's getting yards.
Down to the 35-yard line. Dipped it on the stop. Second down and 5.
Hector offense moving the ball well.
Taylor with another handoff to Casto, and he's got the first.
Hector's just trying to match physicality with physicality right now.
Ball at the 30. Henderson in motion, and Taylor's going to keep it. He's going to get a gain of 4.
After a gain of about 3-4 yards. Second down and 6.
John Freeman says powerhouse Casto. Yeah, it's used to be like that way back in the day. We've talked about that before. The Casto name in Hector is almost that of almost legendary status. Casto again.
Gets about two or three for a third down and 3.
Third and 3. Racket on the stop pitch. Third down here. Panther fans, let's go. 2 picks.
Bigelow fans coming to life out here, getting as loud as they can.
And off the Casto, and he's got it. And he's got the first. He saw daylight. Ball at about the 11.
Shoot.
Hand off to Casto. He's got a couple more yards.
Second down and 7.
And we got pre-snap whistle.
Offsides
Oh,
against the Panthers.
gives Hector a 5-yard cushion there. Brings him up 5. Be a second down and 2. Right now, best drive of the night for the Wildcats.
Finally inside the 20.
Yep. Play clock winding down.
And Taylor's going to keep
Keep
it. And didn't get
just
past the
short.
line. Just short. Got the first.
He stopped him, but not before he got the first down. First and goal. Panthers trying to make the stand.
And Taylor's going to keep it.
I think what they've decided here is, since he got that first down, if you can just kind of milk the clock a little bit.
They'll, yeah.
But
this drive's been about
just
5-6 minutes.
Yeah.
And bad snap.
No.
And he's going to be dropped.
Well, that's not what you needed, but
down at the inch line, and now you are looking at a 3rd and 12. 12 yards to go.
Taylor going to take off. Nope, he's going to throw it. Caught. Was it
Touchdown. Kenton Story.
See if I got any of that at all. It was tough for me to even see from back here.
Yep.
Yep, Kenton came
Touchdown.
across and got it. Good job. Oh, man. No, wrong. It's our touchdown.
And the kick is good.
Good job.
Hector leads 7-0.
4:28 officially here on the clock here in this third quarter. And the Wildcats finally hit pay dirt. I just heard Coach Gaines say big-time players make big-time plays. That was one of them right there. Nice job by Kenton Story. I was looking for it to go to Mulder. Mulder was kind of in the back of the end zone, and here comes Kenton just kind of skating across there and caught that ball. It was tough for me to tell that he had caught it, but just an awesome job.
Perfect spot for a ball, too. Just a great throw and catch.
After you had that bad snap and put you back.
You responded well.
That's, yeah. So Taylor going to kick it off here to the Panthers. Kind of a short kick. Panthers just going to lay down on it. And they said they're going to start about the 44. And now you just got to rely on that defense. So far, played extremely well.
First and 10. Alexander up the middle. He's got the first. Alexander stretches it out wide.
They'll pick up about 5 or 6 on that. Met by 2 or 3 Wildcats down there.
Newport, Casto, and Kenton on the stop.
Handoff goes to Dunlap. Dunlap's got some room. Finally going to be brought down by Lane Newport. Lane was almost signaling that, almost acted like the ball had came out. Got a flag.
Casto appears to be a little banged up.
Yeah, he's sitting up there and pulling back on his foot. That is the universal cramp response, I believe.
That's got to be the first time he's ever cramped. I feel like he never cramps.
Yeah, you don't see Casto go down very often for anything. What was the flag for? Holding against the Panthers. So Bigelow fans not happy about that call. Understandably so, but it's like Castro's up. They're gonna. Did he go? He went off the field, didn't he?
Yeah. You got to.
Came off and gonna take a minute and get that cramp worked out.
Incomplete.
Incomplete, yep.
Bring up a 3rd and 13 for the Panthers.
Brandon Lott says, Castos eat nails for breakfast, or at least that's what I was told. Hey, I believe it. Got them boys from the mountain. Third down and 13 for the Panthers after that penalty and incomplete pass. Newmeyer kind of got a little bit of a low snap there.
He's got a man open, and touchdown Bigelow.
Coverage just broke down on that one for the Wildcats, and Bigelow will tack on some points to the board of themselves. I told you earlier, Newmeyer at some point would start finding his targets.
Yeah.
And that one, I mean, he was pretty wide open there.
And the kick is up, and it's going to be good.
So 0-0 through the first half, and now we got 7-7 tie here in the third quarter. You just got to get back out there and pin your ears back and have yourself another offensive drive like you did the last series. And try to play as mistake-free as you can.
And once again, we have Mulder back deep and Story and Baker on his left and right. And Baker is going to jump on it. Wildcats will take over at the 24.
Taylor in the shotgun.
Casto back out there with Taylor.
And be offside or offsides against the Panthers.
Got that freeze check going again. Brings up a 1st and 5.
Defense getting a little anxious.
Off the Casto, he gets about a yard. A little over 3 minutes left in the third.
Hand off to Casto again.
And
Casto
he's
first
got
down.
the first.
Good run in there by Casto. Just plows through, gets that first down.
And bobbled snap.
Jackson's.
And it's going to be picked off. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Bigelow.
Yeah, but there is a flag on the play. Hold on just a second.
Holding against Bigelow. Bigelow will take over on offense.
So no touchdown there.
Taylor bobbles the snap and was a little high.
Yeah, he picked it up.
Yeah, it was a little high, picked it up and tried to make a play. The defender just so happened to be there.
First and 10, Bigelow.
Handoff up the middle.
And we got multiple flags coming out.
It's going to be on that far side.
Yeah, it looked like Jackson was
tangled up with the receiver.
Yeah.
I'm curious who it's going to be on. It's going to be offset or don't do love it like that,
man. Got 11 here talking with Coach Starks.
Okay. Well, they just, I don't know what to do with both coaches. Get the conference.
Let's see.
Personal foul against the Panthers, unsportsmanlike conduct. Personal foul, unsportsmanlike conduct against the Wildcats.
So offsetting penalties here. I mean, you know, on that far side, kind of tough for us to tell. Jackson, you could see Jackson did have a hold of him, and he had a hold of Jackson. So,
yeah.
I mean, tough to say. Alexander will get the first down for the Panthers. Jason Lemaire in the chat says Harmony Grove 33, Dover nothing into the fourth quarter. Man, tough life for a Pirate.
And with it being this competitive a game, things are starting to get a little chippy.
Brandon Lott says, I don't even know how much of this I need to read anymore. $20 says half the people on Bigelow side are over the legal limit. It's some funny stuff. Millsap's got to the runner there, brought him down, brings up a 3rd and 5 for the Bigelow Panthers. Time winding down here in the third quarter. Oh. Myers
And
pass.
he's got a
complete.
slant.
He won't quite get the first down.
He's got the first.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Okay.
He went backwards, though, so.
It looked like the markers was just a little bit more ahead of him.
57 seconds left in the third quarter. Mixes it back. Alexander and Dunlap.
Handoff goes to Dunlap.
Down across.
Got a couple on that run.
Brought down, looked like by
Second down.
Casto and see that Millsap. Millsap getting up a little bit slow.
The line right back up, but we got a injury.
And well,
We got two.
He got two.
Millsap just kind of went back down. I don't know who's the other one out there with him, Drake.
I can't tell. Is that Darter?
Well, Millsap is up.
Don't forget our bronze sponsor, Central Arkansas Best.
It looks like Darter to me. I don't see him out there or on a knee, so.
Church Barbecue, Peaceful Farms, the Turner family, Gibson family, Don Butler, and our silver sponsors, My Security Company, Rolling Drug Stores. Don't forget the fifth quarter after the game, sponsored by FCA at the Turners. Don't forget.
Is that a sneeze?
Sneeze.
Wow. He didn't make any noise on that.
Yeah, that is
Darter.
It is Darter.
He is up. Hopefully he's all right. He looks like he's moving around on his legs all right. So maybe he just got the wind knocked out of him, or maybe got his bell rung a little bit.
Second down, 6.
25 seconds left here in the third. Second down and 6 for the Bigelow Panthers.
Alexander and Dunlap in the backfield. Alexander's going to keep it up the middle.
And he's still on his feet. He's still driving, and he's finally brought down. Put in a Wildcat with their running back, that quarterback.
All right, here we go. Dunlap in the backfield. First and goal.
And he's going to take the snap again, and he's short.
Stop him.
We'll bring it to the quarter.
And the end of the quarter.
Oh, man.
Through 3 quarters, very defensive battle.
Yeah.
Really competitive game.
Don't forget to go sponsors A1 Fireworks.
This final 12 minutes.
Aaron Sales and Lease. Geo Fencing and Greenway of Marlton. Old Brook Construction, Lease Properties. Atlas 6-year cabinets. Boss Roadside Service.
Oh, these close ones. I'm gonna have to get on medication.
Start my pacing. I pace all game, really.
Yeah, I've always heard The Arkansas Razorbacks called the heart attack hogs. He called these the cardiac cats.
I guess you could.
Fourth quarter. Wildcats need to get themselves a stop if they can.
Quarterback keeps it again.
Alexander's going to be stopped short.
Just short.
Good job. Bigelow clock did not start exactly like it should have, but it's pretty well close. It's just a few seconds. It's 3rd down and 2 coming up for the Bigelow Panthers.
Handoff.
Handoff goes to Dunlap, and Dunlap's going to be stopped.
Just short. Big 4th down.
It's kind of weird. I don't know why they don't have Newmeyer out there running at quarterback. They've instead had Carter Alexander under center. Fourth down and 2. Alexander going to take himself.
And
I think they got him. They stopped him. Good work by that Wildcat defense. I think that's like one of the few goal line stands we have seen this season.
Yep.
Oh, but the problem now is
we got to drive 98 yards.
You're deep
99.
Yeah,
99 yards.
You're deep in the wrong side of the field.
Your snaps have to be perfect.
Yeah.
And you got to field the ball cleanly.
Taylor hands off to Casto.
Good for about 2 yards.
I'll say he picked up 2 on that.
2nd down.
Actually, they're going to say he got 4 on that. 2nd down and 6. Casto again.
And he's stuck behind the line. Brings up a 3rd down and 6.
Taylor looking around, just trying to find somebody.
And he bobbles the
drops it.
And
oh man,
Bigelow takes over at the 5.
Well, send the defense back out there and see if they can't keep them contained again.
And Alexander will be back at quarterback.
Yeah. Dunlap
it's going to be a run. I mean,
right.
with him.
Handoff goes to Dunlap. And they got him stopped.
And he's going to be in for the touchdown, Bigelow.
Well, you know, D-line just got done holding Bigelow back for 4 downs, and then had to come back out immediately. You know,
do another 2.
9 minutes and 8 seconds officially on the clock. There's a lot of time. You just got to have yourself a good drive. You can't drop the ball there. You know, I'm sure Jackson will be kicking himself for that. He's just looking around, couldn't find nobody to.
And almost blocked.
Up and good though.
But the kick is good.
Bigelow takes a touchdown extra point lead, 14-7. You got to know that at some point, you know, we've seen it happen. At home, you had the home games where Hector just kind of come out and dominated. At some point, you got to have a breakthrough moment and find a way to win a tough one on the road.
And be a false start on Bigelow. Or offsides on Bigelow.
Brandon Lott says, do they consider going for 2 if they score with under 3 minutes, or do they play for overtime? Drake, what do you think? With this coaching staff,
I don't know.
I mean, just
I say play conservative.
I'd say
because you got a chance in overtime, you know?
Yeah.
This is a big game. I'd get maybe a.
I think that's something that I'll have to be sitting here with, keeping an ear out for Coach Gaines and see what he's kind of hinting at. We got another flag.
Offsides.
Got somebody out there that's just going a little bit too early, or jumping a little bit. It's kind of a weird one.
Yeah.
So wind up again.
They're extra careful. Oh, and Kenton doesn't catch it cleanly, and ball is still on the ground, and Hector does recover.
That was an awkward. Mulder was.
I tell you what, that was a missile at Kenton.
What are we doing? 9:03.
Nine minutes and 3 seconds left.
Do it in just a tad, Drake. There you go.
And Taylor stretches it out as wide as he can, but he's got a yard on it.
O-line just not giving him very much protection to find anything really anywhere to go.
Brings up a second down and about 7. Casto in motion. And he's got Casto. Wildcats have about a couple inches to go for the first.
So you just probably just hand off to Casto here and let him plow ahead, but
Hand off to
There's
Casto, and he's gonna be right on the line. I think he's got it.
well,
They're gonna give it first.
I mean, if you feel like you have to, bring out the chain gang, you know. Or don't.
Taylor back to pass. He steps up in the pocket, and he gets out of it. Still on his feet.
Finally being met there by a couple of Bigelow Panthers.
I'll tell you what, though, credit to Jackson for getting out of so many of these situations.
Yeah, he finally kind of found an open spot to head out right there.
I mean, if he wanted to ever step up, then I don't know how many sacks they'd have tonight.
Yeah.
And Taylor back to pass. Still pressured.
Taylor
He's
looking for
gonna
somebody
throw
to
it,
throw to.
and he's got
Caught.
a man open. Story. Story with a big first down catch. With 6 minutes left to go. 6 minutes and 24 seconds.
Hand off to Casto. Casto will get probably what, 3, 4? They say about a yard or so.
He's got about 2.
Yeah, okay. Second down and 8.
He's got Henderson.
Henderson.
He's going to have the first.
Looks like a first down. We're going to move the chains. Mulder over here to the near side. Taylor in shotgun.
Hand off to Casto. Casto falls forward for about a gain of 4 or 5. Good drive so far.
Second down and 6.
Story comes in motion. Hand off to Casto. Ball is loose.
Are you kidding?
And they're giving it to Bigelow. Bigelow does recover.
Oh, boy.
Cut it out wide. And he's going to bring it across the 50.
Well, You know, I think you put the ball on the ground like you did right there, and then all of a sudden they have a run like that. That can take the wind out of you.
That kills all your momentum,
Yeah.
and also brings up Bigelow's. Be a toss out to the left.
Good grief, you got to wrap up there.
He's still on his feet, and he's getting the first. Got to wrap up. You had him for a loss of 2. And
yeah, I mean, it starts out that play, and he's not hardly moving at all, and you have a chance to get to him, and you just trying to grab a hold of Jersey. You got to get to him and wrap up. And you got to know that Bigelow is just going to, they're going to work the clock. That's just basic football.
Newmeyer, hands off to Alexander. Looks like he's got the first down. He's at about the 36-yard line.
And Bigelow would get the first.
Newmeyer looking to the sideline. Tilton over here close. Tilton on the far side. Newmeyer hands it off. Alexander. He's up across the 35. Good for about a yard. Maybe a yard and a half, second down. Good for about a yard, second and 9.
Looks like we got a flag on the field.
Personal foul, unsportsmanlike conduct against the Panthers.
Wow. Unsportsmanlike.
I didn't even see what happened.
I
Did
didn't
you?
either. I don't know if there was some jawing going on down there or what. Back up the Panthers.
And the Wildcats will take a timeout with just under 3 minutes.
Andrew Westbrook says they are giving this game to them just like they did the last game. Actually, I'm going to have to kind of disagree with you there on that. Hector's had their opportunities, and when you get down to almost to your goal line and you lose control of the football, that does not help your cause.
Right.
When the next play up, Bigelow takes off and runs for about 30, 40 yards, that does not help your cause. We've been bailed out a few times on some penalties, like just this one right here just a minute ago with this unsportsmanlike. But you've got to
be able to execute.
Yeah, you've got to play as clean
inside
as you can.
The 20.
Like we said earlier, you got to play as clean as you can when you're playing a team as good as Bigelow, and
First and 1 out. Second down.
Now, I will agree with you. The last game was very questionable. There was a lot of questionable calls on that Conway Christian game, but this one has been pretty well called, by these officials. So
Newmeyer looking to throw.
Newmeyer, pass will
ball's
fall
gonna
incomplete.
be tipped.
And 54.
Looks like it was deflected by Hector. Knocked down.
And And it's going to be a 3rd and 23. You want to be in this exact situation.
Yeah, Brandon Lott says they haven't given up anything. Bigelow has had to fight. Yeah, this defense has kept Bigelow, you know, having to guess.
Newmeyer, he's going to hand it off to Alexander. Alexander, he's across the 45. Trying to work his way into the 40, but he's brought down. Looks like at about the 44-yard line. Timeout, Hector.
Wildcats will take another timeout. And after that run by Bigelow, you'll have a 4th down and 16 for the Panthers.
Don't forget to use your track receptacles when you get ready to go. Throw everything in there and help keep Panther Stadium.
2:39 left here in this one.
2:39, 4th down.
I mean, if you're Bigelow, you've got a touchdown lead. You're here pretty much at midfield. You know,
you got to punt it and have a little bit of luck to get it inside the
16 yards that you got to get. I mean, yeah, they're gonna punt and try to get Hector pinned back deep, and
we have Taylor deep.
And that one will go into the end zone.
It'll be a touchback. Wildcats will take over at the 25. No, it will be the 20.
Wildcats get it up to 20. First down, 2:29 to go.
Got to have a clean offensive drive.
Yeah. You got 2 minutes and 29 seconds to work with. You got 1 timeout still left in your pocket. Got to just make some things happen. Hold on to the ball.
And it is picked off. And touchdown, Bigelow.
Well, that's pretty much. I think that's pretty much it. You know.
Yeah. The outside backer read it perfectly and jumped the pass.
It's this type of thing that happens when you get down here late. The game is close, and then all of a sudden the wheels just kind of fall off, and then you know what happened kind of with Mark Tree last year.
Yeah.
You know, just.
And the kick is good. Bigelow 21, Hector to 7.
Dang it. I hit the wrong. So 2:22 left in this one. Panthers are going to kick back off to Hector, and I tell you what, I'd like to see him get out there and try to get one more on the board. You know, 21-14 looks a lot better than 21-7.
Right.
If you can get down there and you can get a score.
I mean, you get a score and an onside and you're back.
You know.
You're right there with them. And Mulder will return it. And he's going to be tackled at the 30-yard line. Story comes in motion. And Taylor's going to throw it deep. Incomplete. Taylor drops back. And he's going to throw it out of bounds. Incomplete. Third down.
Yep.
And 10. Incomplete.
So stop right here will go a long way. For the Panthers, fourth down.
Just under 2 minutes. And it's 4th and 10.
I guess Wildcats are going to try to go for it and see if they can
Taylor.
make something happen. Taylor.
And he's not going to get the first. Bigelow will take over.
Yep, Bigelow will take over with 1:48 left. And pretty much call this one done.
Yeah. You know, we had a game going, and then
yeah. Like I said earlier,
it just
you
falls
had,
apart, you know.
had the opportunities, and just some badly timed, you know, interceptions and drops. You know, it's just Newmeyer will take a knee and get the clock rolling, and I don't foresee any reason why we'd go ahead and call a timeout. I think Miss Brenda Housley is a little bit behind in the game. She's talking about things that happened. Talking about things that happened back a little bit ago. So yeah, Newmeyer will take another knee, and
And this will be, I expect.
Well, he got he's got about 15 seconds left on the play clock. One knee on it again.
Man, I would have just called a timeout just because. I would have just called a timeout just because.
So
make him come back on the field.
Don't forget your trash. Put it in the receptacle. We'll see you next time.
So the Wildcats will drop this one here tonight in Bigelow, and they will go to 1-2 in conference.
And if every game from here out goes perfectly in the conference, looking at a 3 seed.
Yeah.
If Conway Christian only loses once or wins, whatever happens.
Fortunately, this next week they get a bye week, so you get a chance to kind of rest and try to recoup and get some people healthy, and come back out after that. And then you got Magazine on October 20th, and
There's a bye week next week?
Yes. You got Magazine October 20th, Mountainburg on October 27th, and then you'll finish up the season at Palestine Wheatley on November 3rd. So you just like to see him win these last 3. So Drake, you have any thoughts?
No.
Just a tough one.
It's tough.
That one's deflating,
It is.
But
it's always tough playing 2 tough teams back to back in the middle of the season, you know. Which luckily we got a bye week. Wish we would have had it this week and played Bigelow next week.
I'll tell you what.
Or heck, week 10.
The salty fan in me is sitting here thinking to myself, I would like to see the AAA redraw these conferences and stick Bigelow back with like the Englands and all of them again, but that's kind of wishful thinking.
Right. 2A is kind of a lot more down than it was when England and Bigelow,
you're
Conway
losing.
Christian were all in that conference.
We've had a lot of teams that have stopped playing football and this and that. But like I said, tough one tonight, but get a chance to rest next week and then come back and hopefully take down some Rattlers. So I think for Drake, I think we're going to call this a good one and shut it down. So everybody have a good weekend. I'd like to remind everybody that next week you'll have volleyball senior night on Thursday, and that will be the same night as Hector takes off to go to play, or junior high will play at Mountainburg. And so I think I will be up there in Mountainburg for that one. So, everybody have a good weekend as best you can, and good night.